All right, we're going to work on the percent proportion today. So just to review, we will be talking about proportions and using the cross product. So you remember you multiply the cross and then you set them equal to each other.
And then you can solve by dividing.
So how do we set up the percent proportion? So in order to find a percent, so if you don't know the percent, this is how you set it up. The percent side always has the 100 on the bottom because the percent is out of 100. So this would be meaning if I don't know the percent, you would put in for the percent, the variable, and then you would find the cross product by multiplying the 4 times the 100, and then set that equal to 5 times n. So remember, the tops of the fractions is a part. The bottom would be the whole. 100% is a whole, right? So 5 in this case would be the whole. So to find the part, if you don't know the part, you know the percent. This would be 80%. So to find the part, you would have to do the cross product here and the cross product here and set them together. So these are the parts, and remember this is the whole. And last would be to find the whole. So if we didn't know what the whole was, you would put the variable on the bottom here. Here you would know the percent and the part. So what percent of 15 is 9? This is the question we're going to do first. So we're going to let n represent the percent. So the first step is to set up equivalent ratios. So I don't know the percent, so I'm going to put my equal sign, and then I have n over 100, right? Don't know my percent. However, I do know that my percent is out of 15 is 9. So 15 would be my whole, and 9 would be my part. So in this case, we would do a cross product. So we do 9 times 100 equals the 15 times the n. Well, to solve this, go ahead and multiply the 9 times 100. So that would be 900 equals 15n. Now I would divide. This says this is multiplying. So to undo this, we would divide by 15 on both sides. So 900 divided by 15 is 60. So 60 equals n. So in this case, what percent of 15 is 9? And you would say 60% of 15 is 9. The next question is, what number is 40% of 120? So in this case, I know my percent, and it's out of 120. So I'm going to set up my percent, so that is 40, and it's always going to be 100 on the bottom. So 40% is 40 out of 100. Now it says, I always like to kind of put the out of to help me figure out if this out of the whole or not. So it's out of 120. So 120 is going to go on the bottom, and I need to find the part. So we can put a P for part. So now go ahead and use your cross product. So I'm going to multiply P times 100. So that's just 100. P equals the 120 times the 40. So 120 times 40. So 120 times 40 is 4,800 or 4,800. And that equals 100 P. To solve using algebraic equations, we see that this is 100 times P. So to undo multiplication, we divide by 100. So we use the opposite or the inverse operation. So then that means that P equals 4,800 divided by 100. So that's just 48. So what number is 40% of 120? Well, 48 is 40% of of 120. Of 120. Okay. Here's our next question. I have 18 is 25% of what number? So again, I've got my 25%. So I write 25 out of 100. And that is, I need to figure out what number is it out of. I don't know what it's out of, but I know that 18 is 25%. So 25% is on the top, right? So 18 is on the top, and we need to find our whole. So we're going to cross multiply. So I have 18 times 100 equals, multiply the 25 times the W, so that's just 25W. So 18 times 100 is 1800, and this is just 25W. So to solve this, again, I have 25W, so it's being multiplied by 25. To undo the multiplication, we're going to divide by that same number. So we are going to divide by 25. So 1800 divided by 25 is 72 is your whole. So 18 is 25% of 72. Okay, so we can I'll just circle it like that. This is our last problem. So Sally read the nutrition facts on a box of cereal. Each cup provides 7% of the recommended daily value of potassium. If a cup of the cereal contains 260 milligrams of potassium, what is the recommended daily value of potassium? Round to the nearest whole number. Okay, so let's go ahead and set it up. So we know 7% of the recommended daily value is of potassium, right? And then we have a cup of cereal contains 260 milligrams. So this is my total out of everything. So I can change this 7% to a fraction, so 7 out of 100. And I know that 260 is my whole. So I'm going to put 260 as my whole. And I need to figure out what is the recommended daily value, or my part. So I'm going to put P for parts. So we're going to use our cross product by multiplying. So it's 100 times P equal, or 100P equals, and then we're going to multiply the 260 times 7, and that is 1820, and that equals 100P. Okay. So I need to solve for P, so that means I would divide by 100 on both sides. So I get P equals, 100P. So I thought that said 1,000 for a second. Let me make this a P of that. Okay. And then I get 18.2. Now it did say round to the nearest whole number, so then that would be 18. So what does 18 mean in this? This is what is the recommended daily value of the potassium. I would write this, I would say the recommended daily value of potassium is 18 milligrams. All right, that's it. Good luck on your assignment.